Has Saudi Arabia declined BRICS membership? Are they afraid of someone? Were they pressured by external forces to stay out? There are deeper issues that need to be explored. Simply scratching the surface won't provide answers. So, what caused this decision? Let's find out. In a surprising and significant development during the 2024 BRICS Summit in Russia, Saudi Arabia has officially declined membership in the powerful bloc of emerging economies. Despite being invited to join last year, the kingdom has opted not to align itself with BRICS, a decision that has raised eyebrows across global diplomatic and economic circles. So, why did Saudi Arabia, a global energy giant, decide to decline BRICS membership? The BRICS bloc extended an invitation to Saudi Arabia during its 2023 summit, generating widespread speculation that the kingdom's entry could reshape global power dynamics. Given Saudi Arabia's role as one of the largest oil producers in the world, its potential membership in BRICS was seen as a game-changer for both the bloc and the global energy markets. However, the kingdom remained non-committal throughout the year, weighing the risks and benefits of joining a group that seeks to challenge Western economic dominance. On October 24, 2024, the much-anticipated announcement of BRICS' new partner countries was made, and to the surprise of many, Saudi Arabia was not on the list. The kingdom, along with Argentina, became one of the few countries to formally decline membership in the BRICS alliance. This decision reflects a careful calculation on the part of Riyadh, where balancing relationships with the West and global South remains a delicate act. Saudi Arabia's reluctance to join BRICS can likely be attributed to its desire to avoid antagonizing its Western allies, particularly the United States. Saudi Arabia shares long-standing economic, political, and military ties with the U.S., and joining a bloc that positions itself as a counterweight to Western influence would undoubtedly strain these crucial relationships. The kingdom's vast oil wealth, alongside its pivotal role in the Middle East, makes it a key player in multiple global alliances. However, aligning with BRICS could have potentially tipped the scales too far in one direction, jeopardizing its strategic partnerships with Washington and Europe. From a geopolitical perspective, Saudi Arabia's decision to decline BRICS membership indicates a desire to maintain strategic autonomy. The kingdom values its independence and seems unwilling to be tied down to a bloc that could limit its ability to act in global affairs. Joining BRICS could have provided new opportunities, but the potential for increased tensions with the West outweighed the benefits. With Saudi Arabia opting to stay out of BRICS, what does this decision mean for the bloc's ambitions? Does the kingdom's absence represent a setback for BRICS, or will the group continue to expand its influence? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Africa's geopolitics, economy, and changing landscape. Let's continue now. For BRICS, the prospect of Saudi Arabia joining its ranks was seen as a significant opportunity. The kingdom's vast oil reserves and leadership within OPEC would have given BRICS unparalleled leverage over global energy markets, allowing the bloc to challenge Western-dominated institutions like the IMF and World Bank. By bringing Saudi Arabia into its fold, BRICS could have strengthened its position as a formidable force in global economic governance. Saudi Arabia's decision to decline membership, therefore, represents a potential setback for BRICS' broader ambitions. The kingdom's economic clout, particularly in the energy sector, could have accelerated BRICS' goal of reducing reliance on the US dollar in global trade. This so-called de-dollarization movement has been championed by BRICS members, with a particular focus on conducting oil transactions in alternative currencies like the Chinese yuan. Saudi Arabia's involvement would have provided significant momentum to this effort, but without the kingdom's participation, the bloc's ambitions to weaken the US dollar's dominance may face new challenges. While BRICS remains an influential bloc, Saudi Arabia's absence does create a gap in the group's energy strategy. As the world's largest oil exporter, the kingdom would have brought a level of geopolitical influence unmatched by other BRICS members. Its inclusion could have reshaped energy geopolitics, offering the bloc greater control over pricing, production, and policy decisions within the global oil market. However, without Saudi Arabia, BRICS will have to rely on other oil-producing members, such as Russia, to maintain its influence in the energy sector. That said, BRICS continues to pursue its goal of expanding its membership and influence. At the 2024 summit, the bloc announced several new partner countries, including Algeria, Belarus, Cuba, Manchuria, and Turkey. These countries, while economically and politically significant, do not possess the energy dominance or strategic weight that Saudi Arabia could have brought to the table. The absence of Saudi Arabia may temper BRICS' ambitions in the energy sector, but it is unlikely to derail the bloc's overall mission to counterbalance Western-led global institutions. With Saudi Arabia's declining membership, what is next for the kingdom? How will this decision impact its relationships with both the West and the global South? Saudi Arabia's decision to decline BRICS membership is a clear indication that the kingdom is playing a long-term game in the global geopolitical arena. Rather than being swayed by short-term opportunities, Riyadh is carefully balancing its relationships with the West and the global South, ensuring that it remains a pivotal player in both spheres. For decades, Saudi Arabia has maintained close ties with the United States and Europe, relationships that are deeply rooted in energy cooperation, military partnerships, and economic investments. The kingdom's decision to stay out of BRICS likely stems from a desire to protect these ties, particularly as tensions between the West and the BRICS bloc, especially China and Russia, continue to escalate. Joining BRICS could have amplified these tensions, potentially jeopardizing Saudi Arabia's critical security and economic alliances with the West. At the same time, Saudi Arabia is acutely aware of the rising influence of the global South, particularly as countries like China and India challenge Western hegemony. The kingdom has already forged strong economic partnerships with China, including significant investments in infrastructure projects as part of China's Belt and Road Initiative. However, Riyadh seems to prefer a more flexible approach, allowing it to engage with both sides without fully committing to either. The kingdom's oil wealth gives it considerable leverage in global politics, and declining BRICS membership does not mean it is stepping back from its role as a geopolitical heavyweight. Instead, Saudi Arabia appears to be adopting a more pragmatic stance, keeping its options open while navigating the increasingly polarized global landscape. The growing complexity of the global order raises broader questions about the future of geopolitical alliances. As the world moves toward a more multipolar structure, how will nations like Saudi Arabia position themselves in the shifting sands of international diplomacy? Saudi Arabia's refusal to join BRICS is a reflection of the increasingly complex global order that nations must navigate today. The world is no longer divided neatly between East and West. Instead, countries like Saudi Arabia are finding themselves at the crossroads of competing global powers. As the global South rises and Western influence faces challenges, Saudi Arabia's decision highlights the importance of strategic flexibility in an era of geopolitical uncertainty. The BRICS alliance has positioned itself as a counterweight to Western-led institutions like the IMF and the World Bank, offering emerging economies an alternative platform for global governance. But for Saudi Arabia, joining BRICS would have meant aligning too closely with countries that are actively pushing back against the US-led world order. The kingdom instead seems to be prioritizing its autonomy, opting to engage with both the West and the global South on its terms. This decision reflects a broader trend among middle powers, which are increasingly choosing to remain non-aligned in a world that is shifting towards multipolarity. Nations like Turkey, India, and now Saudi Arabia are carving out unique paths that allow them to play key roles in multiple spheres of influence. For Saudi Arabia, staying out of BRICS allows it to avoid being caught in the escalating rivalry between the West and the global South, while still maintaining relationships with both sides. As Saudi Arabia's geopolitical strategy unfolds, it becomes clear that this decision was about more than just BRICS. It signals a broader shift in how countries are navigating the evolving global landscape. In the end, Saudi Arabia's decision to decline BRICS membership is undeniably a missed opportunity for the bloc, which could have gained significant geopolitical and economic clout from the kingdom's participation. However, for Saudi Arabia, this may prove to be a wise strategic choice, allowing the kingdom to maintain its autonomy and navigate its relationships with both the West and the global South without being tied down to any particular alliance. By opting out of BRICS, Saudi Arabia has demonstrated its commitment to strategic flexibility in an increasingly multipolar world. While BRICS offers new opportunities for global influence, the risks of alienating Western allies may have outweighed the benefits for the kingdom. As the dust settles on this decision, the world will be watching to see how Saudi Arabia continues to chart its course. Will the kingdom strengthen its ties with the West, or will it seek new partnerships in the global South? Let us know in the comments section what you think the future holds for BRICS. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, the economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.